This is Kelly Cahoot here for Scrappiness.com. I have to offer a quick apology. I have a scratchy throat today, so I apologize. Today I'm sharing a non-traditional Christmas card, and I started out by using two mudra stamp sets. The one on the left is called Botanical Blooms, and the one on the right is Daisy Blooms. I started by stamping one of the detail layers of one of the daisy blooms onto the left side of my cardstock. And after stamping that detail layer, I'm going to stamp the solid layer or the base layer onto some full sticky post-it notes. And I'm going to trim those out, and those are going to be masks for my flowers. I'm going to get all the masks set up and then use some layered leaves out of that Botanical Blooms stamp set. I'm going to stamp the base layer in a lighter green and then one of the detail layers in a darker green. And then I also used a filler flower out of that Botanical Bloom set and chose a blue to bring into the design. And then to add some sparkle and shimmer, I'm going to use the Gansai Tombi Starry Colors watercolor set. I'm going to fill in the centers of those large flowers. And I'm going to add some detail into the petals of those blue flowers. And then I'm going to go in and add some details and some shimmer into the larger petals on the red flowers. I love the shimmer and sparkle that those watercolors give your projects. You could always go in and do this step with embossing powders, but sometimes it's fun to try and do something new. I'm going to let this dry. And as you can see there, the shimmer that gives the project. This die, it says Merry Christmas, is from Gina Marie Designs, and I am in love with this die. It's beautiful and classy and scripty and swirly, and it just looks fantastic on any sort of Christmas card. I decided I wanted my die cut to match the shimmer in the florals, and so I painted some cardstock with the same light gold out of that set. I'm going to give that a few coats there and make sure it has even coverage, and then I'm going to heat it with my heat tool to make sure it's dry. And I just love the shimmer of those paints. I'm going to do a rough little fussy cut around my floral cluster, leaving just a smidge of a white border around the design. I'm going to use this die. It's the lattice die from Gina Marie Designs. You can see the design there on the right, with some stick-it adhesive and some fun foam and white cardstock. I'm going to run that through, and then if I had to do this again to get the dimension, instead of using the fun foam, I would have used just stacks of white cardstock. The fun foam did not work out so well with me with an intricate design. I'm going to use my ATG gun and add some adhesive to the back of my floral piece. And add that onto my card front. The next thing I did was die cut several more of those Merry Christmas, that little greeting there. And I am sticking those all together using some spray adhesive. And the reason I did this is because I wanted to add dimension to the front of my card. And then the gold piece that I colored the cardstock for is going to go on the very top of that. And I'm going to add that down into the bottom section of my card there. And make sure all the little swirls and twirls get stuck down nicely. And the very last thing I'm going to do is add some cat scrappiness clear droplets. I love these droplets, especially for florals. You can see all the glimmer and shimmer, and I love that background dye. I loved being able to get a new use out of these beautiful floral stamps. And it was good for me to kind of step out of my traditional Christmas colors and Christmas theme type ideas. All of these supplies can be found at catscrappiness.com. My name is Kelly Cahoot, and thank you so much for joining me today. Bye-bye.